I would be very hard-pressed to capsulize my ministry in the last 7 years. I'm going to go back at a later date and go into each record song by song and justify, explain each song. But I view my ministry as immediate in that whatever I do right now is really all I think about. There are songs I really love from all the records, so I do pull some of them up for shows, and I do pull them up for future records. My favorite artist, Diamanda Galas, does that, and I saw that she did that, and I said, she's moving songs into the future song cycles, and as a fan, I really like that, so I'm copying that. And even Maria McKee recorded Life is Sweet twice, and then when she did it on the third record, on the live record, she introduced it as, here's a song that's so good, I recorded it twice, and I thought it was priceless, and I went, I'm good with that, and I love revisiting these ideas in my new style. But ultimately, I think what I do today, this second, is the only ministry that I do that matters. I don't want to say I'm not responsible and accountable for everything I've done, but it's done. You know, it's in the past, and I do miss running around screaming at people, "You're all going to die! You're all going to die!" That was a fun time. But at the same time, I was also getting people to raise their hands in the air for Real Man, and I couldn't wait for that to stop. So so for me personally, it's all what's in the future, and I've heard OK Sex, and it gives me chills, and I wrote it, and I'm so proud of it, and I'm so scared to start doing it, and so for me it's about the immediacy, the artistry of the moment, what the Spirit's doing in the moment, what's happening in society at the moment, what matters at the moment, and I'm happy to do older songs. I mean, first off, 7 years old isn't that old. I love Joan Jett, and the poor thing is, you know, doing Cherry Bomb, which was written when she was 15. And she's doing I Love Rock and Roll, which was a hit in 1981 or something. And but I wrote Lord the night I received the Lord when I was 19, but that's not my oldest song. On Monsters is Scream and Scream Again, and I wrote that for Tomato Duplanty, the lead singer of the Screamers. I wrote it for him when I was 15. But I haven't had to sing it since I was 15. This is the first time anyone's ever heard it. Well, in a long time. But to me, it's all about what the moment is. To me, it's all about what applies. And I don't have too many attachments. You know, I've been the punk rocker, and I've been the guy with the mohawk, and I've been the guy with the pink hair, and I've been the guy in the sequin gowns and the combat boots, and I've been all the different guys I've heard me called, and for me it's all been the exact same thing. It's all been what applies right now, what feels right for right now, what I feel like the Lord's telling me to do right now. And for the record, God told me to wear dresses. But you know, it's all about what He's going to do today. It's all about, now He's done this today, let's start fresh tomorrow. And God gives me a clean slate every day, and I give Him a clean slate every day. I do not wake up in the morning and say, last night's show was great and it went like this, and tonight's show is going to go the exact same way. I don't care. I just want Him to move. I want people to be ministered to. I want people's eyes to be open. I want people's minds to expand, and hearts to be challenged. And of course, I want people to get saved. And anything and everything that I can possibly do to enable that is my ministry. People ask me all the time, what do you see yourself doing in, years down the line? And I'm like, I see myself being Paisley, and Paisley who walks with Jesus and does what Jesus tells him to do. And I assume I'm going to be doing music. I assume I'm going to be preaching. I assume I'm going to be pushing the envelope of male fashion. I assume I'm going to get better at what I do, but I have no idea what any of that's going to look like, nor do I care, because today what I'm doing is immediate and vital to today. And Jesus may come back and rapture us tonight, and I've done all of this. I've taken the time and done all this, and I've loved every part of it, even when I was unhappy or scared or frustrated or rejected, because I've been, in the heart of the madness of it, and it's been exciting and challenging and life-changing, and I've seen so much happen because of God's faithfulness that I couldn't possibly point to a high point compared to a low point. Although I did open, I did do a grand opening of a St. Vincent de Paul thrift store. That might be a career low. I might actually have the career low, but as far as the high, I'd be hard pressed to say. I think the several times I've had older people come up to me and pull me aside because they want to talk to me privately and say to me, we're going to call our son. Thank you very much. I think that might be pretty high up there next to when God told me someone was going to leave one of my shows and commit suicide, and I called them on it during a performance, or people, of course, coming to the Lord at the shows. Oh my gosh. I'm just grateful that I get to do it. I'm grateful that I get to do it. I get to try over and over again and see how people respond and see who opens up to what God can do. And I think for me personally, I've exhibited a type of courage that I never knew I possessed. And I know that God's given me boldness by His Spirit, but I don't think anything but my obedience gets me up in the morning and gets me to do it again. And I'm excited about the future records. I'm excited about what God can do through this ministry, and I just hope that if Jesus doesn't come back soon, nothing happens to me and I stay alive and I get to keep trying, because the music has been great, the artistry has been great, the fellowship between me and God has been great, and even some of the people have been great. A handful of people have been fabulous, and a large group of people have been okay, and that's all I want to say. I'm pursuing every avenue of communication in my work. I counsel, I return all my emails, which are really in the triple digits per week, and I'm using technology. I'm writing a blog, I'm doing the video blogs, I'm doing the video autobiography, and trying so hard to have so much out there, so many feelers, planting so many seeds, and I really hope that people see me do that and copy me, not wear dresses and combat boots and run around screaming to people, you're all gonna die, but find what they can do to take advantage of everything available in our technology to reach as many people as possible for the Lord in as many possible ways, and spend all their time doing it, because the more time we spend doing it, the less time we have to judge. My work's done here.